Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy MKS here. Sorry about the quirky title again. I was thinking of saying dyslexic entrepreneurs, and then I decided to try and incorporate something about how and why I think that dyslexic countries supporting their entrepreneurs and encouraging them, including young children with dyslexia, to become entrepreneurs or to learn about entrepreneurship, or basically to give them the encouragement. Looking at the examples of famous dyslexic entrepreneurs, I think would benefit Asia and Africa. And also, I tried to do a really long title and I couldn't fit the whole title in, but anyway, about mentors that could go to parts of Africa and Asia again, and to teach young children about business, especially dyslexic entrepreneurs from Europe and America and places like that. So once again, hope people find this idea interesting. If anyone just was on the internet, stumbled across this mad mutt here, i.e. myself, and you don't quite get where I'm going with this, please check out my other videos. Hopefully they'll make it make more sense. But anyway, I thought talking about dyslexic entrepreneurs would be quite interesting. I know there's quite a few videos about dyslexic entrepreneurs. I certainly found them very interesting when I saw them. It certainly made me feel better or feel more positive about myself and about being dyslexic and the dyslexic community and things like that. So I think there's some excellent videos. Paid me to say they're a lot better than mine, I'm sure, but probably doesn't say much, but I think they're really good. And I'm sure if you've got dyslexia yourself, you'll probably find them really good if you've got dyslexia in your family or whatever. I'll say as it's Black history and things like that as well. Supporting people from Africa as well with dyslexia. I think combine the two. And there's the Yale Center for Dyslexia and Creativity. I think they do an excellent job at this sort of stuff like they do. They also have like multiculturalism and dyslexia, which I've heard about as well. So they're talking about diverse groups. I suppose like dyslexia and autism, ADHD and all that, they're sort of neurodiversity, just as there's racial diversity between different ethnic groups, racial groups or whatever the difference is between racial and ethnic or whatever. And there's also neurodiversity, which is how the mind works and how we think differently. Not everyone has the same strength. And if you think about sport like football, or as Americans would call it soccer, I'd call it football. There's different positions in football. So if you've got a goalkeeper who's not a good striker, or a striker who's not a good goalkeeper, I don't think you should dismiss them because they're not good in one particular area. And the reason why I mention that is because in academia, there's sort of schools. In academia, if you're not good at reading, writing, or a certain particular skill or particular strength, all the areas where you are good, all your strengths are sort of dismissed. Like all the areas where you are good and your strengths in that are kind of dismissed. For instance, you could be a good artist, or you could be, you might not be the best at spelling, but you could be good in another area. It could be maths, it could be creativity, or whatever else. But because you're not good in a particular area, you're kind of dismissed. I don't know what other people think about that, but I'm sure many families of people with neurodiversity will probably agree with me about that. But yeah, I certainly think that dyslexia and entrepreneurship is an interesting area. As I say, on Tuesdays, I try and focus on enterprise and all that. And I've seen a few videos where Warren Buffett and Bill Gates are kind of, this is not dyslexia related specifically, but they go to colleges and they do talks. And I thought it'd be interesting to share that video with people from Africa and Asia who've got dyslexia. yeah, I probably run out of things to say, but I really wanted to make a dyslexic entrepreneurs video. I don't know a huge amount about African entrepreneurs, but I do know there are quite a few videos on YouTube about African entrepreneurs. But yeah, I think it'd be quite interesting if entrepreneurs in Africa and Asia and places all around the world like that, people from Africa and Asia could learn more about dyslexia and understand there's positives as well as negatives, and that dyslexic people in those countries could become great entrepreneurs. And if they need evidence for that, they just need to look at the famous dyslexic entrepreneurs, as I've talked about before in my previous videos, certainly the last one, which about like Richard Branson, Duncan Valentine, Theo Pathetis, Peter Jones, Damon John, Kevin O'Leary, Barbara Corcoran, and these are just like famous ones, tip of the iceberg. But there are many dyslexic entrepreneurs you can find if you go into YouTube search bar. You can find there are many entrepreneurs. I already share quite a lot of those things, as much as I can, with dyslexic organizations and groups on Facebook in Africa and Asia. And I think that anyone, if you could watch this from anyone who might be watching this from parts of Africa or Asia, if there are any, I think please share this with people in Africa and Asia so they can learn about the positive sides of dyslexia, and they can learn about these famous and successful people, especially in entrepreneurship, which hopefully will make people who see a negative side of dyslexia to see a more positive side, and that I think will change a lot of perceptions. So all being well, I might make some more videos tonight. Godspeed, but we'll see how it goes, see how long I have the house to myself for. But I'm waffling now, so I'm going to probably keep quiet. But I hope someone enjoyed this video. As I say, please share it with people in Africa and Asia. I haven't really given much statistics in this video itself. I might write some statistics underneath this video, but now I'm going to end this video. Okay. Peace and love, guys. Hugs.